Hello everyone, welcome to a beautiful Sunday on the farm. I'm Allison with Green Goddess Plants and Seeds, and welcome to another garden chat. So it's a beautiful day. It's going to be a hot day. It's already, I don't know what the temperature is, but it's quite warm out here already. I know the forecast for the next couple of days is supposed to be really warm, really hot. Like Tuesday's supposed to go to like 34 Celsius, so that's what, 90, 95 Fahrenheit. So it's going to be a beautifully hot and sunny week, I think. So last night out here in the garden, it was dry enough for us to start planting. So Glenn and I got busy and we got all of the cucumbers in last night. And he also had some eggplants that went in. So really the only things left to go out in the garden are the peppers and the cabbage. So we're going to hopefully to do that sometime today. If we don't do it now or this, well, we might wait till this evening when it cools off because it's going to be a hot day. So, but the cabbage will take a little bit because we have to set up a row cover for it and that. So, and then we were going to put in a couple of extra rows of peas, but I think we might wait till next weekend to do that so that they're a little more staggered. So I just thought I'd give you a peek at what we got going on out here again. I know when I planted out the tomatoes, there was, see if I can find it now. There was one Beaver Lodge slicer tomato that was blooming when I planted it. And yes, I probably should have pinched off the flower so that more of the plant's energy would go into the root system, but I didn't. So it has actually set fruit. So this is the Beaver Lodge slicer, and I'm hoping you can see this right here. It's actually got a tomato setting on it, so that's awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing that grow, and I think this year we might actually have the heat needed to get this stuff to ripen. This is another Beaver Lodge. It doesn't have fruit on it, but it is flowering like crazy. And I did see some other plants starting to flower as well out here. So that's good that everything's starting to flower. I did lose a couple of plants though, not to wilt or transplant shock though. There was, it looked like something had chewed the stem. At first I thought it might have been a cutworm, but I don't think it was. It was something else because the stem was actually hollowed out. So I'm going to have to do some research and see what that might be. Because I know I know the handful of plants that I put into my own back garden in the city, most of those tomato plants are dead. They all got chewed off by cutworms. I should have taken some precautions. I just completely forgot about that. So I don't know if there'll be any tomato plants left there when I get back or not. But I guess that's part of the reason why I started planting stuff on the patio where I have all those big pots, is because I don't have the problem with the cutworms in the pots. So that's too bad, but whatever, what do you do, right? So that's okay, but most of them have come back, and the ones I did lose, at least they were ones that I have more than one plant of. Like I was actually kind of worried that I was going to lose some of them that I only have one plant. Like I have one plant of the blood moon, and it was one of the ones that was looking kind of wilty, so I was kind of worried. I didn't want to lose that because that was new. There's a new one this year. Same with the Florentine Beauty, that was a new one this year, and I only have one plant of that left. So I'm glad that those have recovered, and I'm hoping nothing else happens to them because I really want to see what they look like in the garden. So let's go take a look at some other things. So this is what we did last night. So these are all cucumbers. So this first row, these are slicer cucumbers. These are the straight eights. And then everything else is National Pickling. And then we do have a handful of plants that are eggplants that Glenn started. So, and then over here, I don't know if you can actually see, but there's another 2 more rows of pickling cucumbers. And where the red string is where we're going to put the peppers in. So, and that area is actually where the hoop house is supposed to go. Hopefully we'll get the materials will come in soon, and we'll just have to build over top of the plants. So yes, we've got we've got way too many pickles. Way too many cucumber plants. Yeah, I don't know what we're all gonna do with them all. I think Glenn got carried away with planting. I think he got a little excited when he was starting seeds, and he just kind of got carried away, which does happen. But I know people complain to me about my tomato habit and how I always start so many tomatoes, but I really tried to rein it in this year. I really tried to be a little more controlled and not just start everything. You know, I started 30 different varieties this year, which is down. Last year, 2020, I had like over 50 different varieties of tomatoes I had started. So I cut it back, I reined it in, you know, and yes, there's always going to be leftover plants, and yes, it does seem like a lot. But you know what? I didn't go crazy and start like 4 or 5 trays of cucumbers. So that said, I mean, the point of me starting all of these tomatoes is because I am trying to build a business, a little like a home-based business. I am trying to build a reputation for being a source for, you know, hard to find, open pollinated, you know, some of the harder to find, maybe heirlooms. You know, I'm trying to build that up, you know, and that's why I start so many. I mean, like I want to be able to offer those varieties and a broad variety of tomatoes, because you know, most of the ones that I grow, you're never going to find in the average greenhouse or garden center, you know. So that's why I grow so many. And that's why it's what I'm trying to do for myself, right? Yeah, and so that said, you know, if you're in Meadow Lake or if you're in Saskatoon, and if you're looking for fresh tomatoes, or if you're looking for pickling cucumbers, you know, follow us, follow my YouTube channel, follow, you know, both of our Facebook pages. Like Glenn's Facebook page is Tartan Sky Honey. You know, I'm Green Goddess Plants and Seeds. We'll be posting information on the production as it comes in. I know we are talking about doing some food boxes, kind of similar to, you know, a CSA program, but you know, it's not a subscription and you're not buying a share. We're kind of just going to do like a weekly box that you can buy it every week or not, you know. And so if that interests you, if you want to just be able to buy a box of fresh produce but not necessarily commit to like a whole season, because that's what CSA programs do. You're committed to receiving a box the whole season. Mind you, you're paying in advance for it, but we're not doing the pay in advance thing. We're just kind of, we'll post what's in the box every week, and you either order it online, you can probably pay for it online, or when you pick it up, something like that. So, so if that interests you as well, you know, like I said, keep an eye on our pages, keep an eye on my YouTube channel. We'll have more information of that going forward, because we're going to have a grain truck full of pickling cucumbers. So if making pickles is your thing, we got you covered. And same with the beans. We're gonna have tons of beans. We're gonna have lots of tomatoes. We're gonna have zucchini. If you're wanting zucchini for anything, you know, give us a shout. We can probably set you up with all the zucchini you need. One of the things we're actually thinking of trying maybe this year is grating it, like running it through a grinder so it's already shredded, and then freezing it, and then maybe selling the frozen zucchini as a value-added type of product. We'll see how well that goes. And then of course we've also got the pumpkins and winter squash. Now we were committed to doing a pumpkin sale as a fundraiser for a local community group in Saskatoon. So that's part of the reason why we started so many pumpkins, was so that we would have enough for that sale. But we can also do a pumpkin sale for ourselves as well in the fall as they start to ripen. So, because I think we'll have enough for everything. So it's going to be a beautiful hot day. I'm just going to take a walk over here and show you some of the peppers that we got ready to go in. Most of the ones that are going to go in right away are the ones that I started. Glenn also has several trays of peppers that he started that will have to go in somewhere too. Okay, and so these are the peppers. So there's a mix. There's hot and there's some sweet. Most of these are ones that I started, but the tray at the back there, we actually bought those from a greenhouse in St. Walburg. But there's California Wonder, there's King of the North, there's Tobago seasoning peppers, there's Serranos, there's a couple of orange bells and purple stars, and I think there might be some Scotch bonnets in here, a few jalapenos, that sort of thing. So it's kind of a mix of both hot and sweet peppers. So we're hoping those will do well, and that's kind of the reason why we wanted to put them in the hoop house, was so that they would, to make sure that they did get some of the heat that they need. And actually there's one here, there's a Serrano, and this Serrano right here has actually got flowers on it, so it's going to be blooming pretty quick, so we need to get that in the ground. So yeah, we're gonna have lots to offer this summer in terms of fresh vegetables, tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, you know, zucchini. So like I said, if you're looking for any of that, you know, follow us, follow our pages. I'll be always updating, always doing garden tours on my YouTube page here. So if that's interests you, if you're interested, you know, by all means, you know, get in touch with us. Yeah, so it's shaping up to be a beautiful day out here on the farm, and the birds are singing. Just out here beyond the garden here is actually where the slough starts. So we actually didn't plant quite so close to there. You can see the trees there. That's where the slough starts. So we had to make a buffer zone. So it looks like there's a lot of space out here, and there is, but we have to be careful not to plant too close. We did notice last night when we were planting the cucumbers that the further out we got, or the closer to the slough that we got, you know, the more damp or more moist the soil was. So if we do get some more torrential rains, that end is going to stay wet for a lot longer. All right, so that's what the day is shaping up like. It's a beautiful sunny day. It's a beautiful Sunday. I'm not sure exactly when we're going to get out here to get planting, but I might start sorting out the peppers just to get them ready to go. So hope you're enjoying your weekend. I hope you're enjoying your Sunday. Hope you're having a quiet Sunday. You know, sipping your tea or your coffee, enjoying some time outside, wherever you are, whether it's sunshine or rain. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I hope you have a great week coming up. So until next time, you take care.